Beep beep, what is up ninjas? My name is Sam World and welcome to the next episode of this track start to finish for UK bass. And I'll say it this way just because I agree with the comments you guys left me in the previous video. You hit the biggest insecurity I have with this track, which is, does it sound UK bass enough or not? Now, usually when I work on music, I wouldn't care if it sounds like a certain genre enough or if it has that style. As long as it sounds good, that's all I care about. But since it's a YouTube tutorial on that kind of vibe, I do definitely have that pressure to rework the drop. Now, what I'm trying to show you guys with this series is all about moving forward with the track. You know, obviously put your heart and soul into it, but don't let that cripple you or hinder you from finishing your tracks up. That is the biggest issue I see most producers have today, is that they just get too perfectionist, too critical about it when they should be having fun and just moving forward. The more tracks you finish, the better you get. Today, guys, my goal is going to be to keep working on the break. I'm going to ignore the drop for now. I am going to put elements I know need to be there, no matter what style we have, like the build up, adding an impact, messing with the break a little bit more, adding some nice little ear candy, some fun stuff, so that when people listen to it, there's a bit of space. They can close their eyes and imagine little things going off here and there. The next time they hear it, they'll learn, oh, there's a new sound there I didn't notice before, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. That is my goal for today. In the future, I promise we'll rework the drop to try and get it to sound a little bit more UK bassy enough. But with that being said, guys, if you want to support my channel, I do have a dark bass sounds that I release, which is more in the style of UK bass stuff in there, which you can check out over at evilsounds.com. If you like the sound, support the channel. That is the best way to do it. And let's get started with this episode on the track start to finish for UK bass. Maybe. Alright guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now, like I said, I do agree with a lot of the comments you guys have left me, whether this sounds UK bass or not, or whether it's just a bass house. So I'll give you guys a couple of references that I'm working with right now. There is this playlist on Spotify called Bassline Bangers that I like to A and B back and forth just to make sure I'm staying similar on the right track. Now, I do agree with a lot of you guys, or one of you guys that left a comment that this just sounds too polished, too perfect. And I take that as a compliment. But when it comes down to this stuff, a lot of it has this weird vibe to it, like whether it sounds right or not, but it still works. My thing right now, and this is just something I advise many people to do, is just go with the gut, just go with the flow, finish the track, and from there you can worry more about the sound selection and whatnot, or reworking a certain part of the song. The idea is to always keep pushing forward with it rather than going back all the time, because that's how you just end up getting writer's block and just overthinking it. So I'm going to keep moving forward with this idea, and then we're definitely going to refine in a later episode, maybe rework the drop, make it sound a little bit more grimy, mess around with, stuff so that it doesn't sound so polished or bass housey in that matter. Now, last time we worked on the break, a bridge and whatnot, and I really like the ideas that we kind of presented. I was hearing a couple songs, and there's this one called Ignition by Axel Boy and Shapes, which I really liked. Has a similar vibe in the break to what I'm kind of going for, which is very trancey vibes. I've also been talking to some guy on Deep Rock called Sean Dean, who's been advising me, you know what, it's all about the drop. The break can be whatever you want it to be, but it has to flow. But definitely on the drop, focus more on the grimy stuff, more of that not refined, but more dirty vibes. So what I want to do today is just implement a little bit more tranciness into the break. See if we can mess around more with the vocal chops, not making them sound so damn repetitive. And then maybe add a couple more effects to the build up over here. From here, we can definitely use this build up over here and kind of rework it so it doesn't sound the same. Other than that, let's get to it. So the first thing I wanted to do is implement a pad just to bring in a little bit more content, make it sound a little fuller in the break, as well as harmonize a little more. And some cool things we can do is just go in and grab essentially a pad, and we're just going to go with the breakdown one, just a simple one. Like that, it's going to work for us. And what I want to do is I want to kind of just create some chords that are going to go based on the low end note. Now, usually when people make pads, they like to copy over the bass note like this. And that's cool and all. The way I see it, though, is you should see it as the pad is a layer to the Reese if you are using one, and you should harmonize. So I already have the Reese playing this bottom note, and they're playing in conjunction with each other, so I can always zero that out, use it as a placeholder, so I know that I can make some more chords out of it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of build in the triads that we need. That way, when the Reese and the pad play together, it doesn't sound like they're playing the same thing, but the pad is harmonizing the Reese. And we're just going to put it up an octave. And we might spread it out, so maybe the G can be low over here. And let's see. Okay. And then we'll go from there. So now we need a D, and then we need another G there, because we're doing lead voicing. You can kind of. And then we're just gonna bring this guy up here. I could also implement maybe like a pitch modulation where I make it into a major. That should probably be like that. It kind of makes it sound a little bit more eerie.
Crank it up, crank it at the bass level. Bass level, crank it at the bass level. Crank it up, crank it at the bass level. Bass level, crank it at the bass level. Crank it up, crank it at the bass level. Crank it up.
It's kind of like a cool little switch.
Crank it up, crank it at the bass level.
Kind of want to filter that more.
Crank it up, crank it at the bass level. 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 Crank it up, crank it at the bass level. Bass level, crank it at the bass level.
Maybe that might work there.
Crank it at the bass level. Crank it up. Crank it at the bass level.
Cool. Yeah, then we do that. Okay. Yeah, so let's see if we can work more here.
Crank it at the bass level. Crank it.
I like the chicka chicka.
Crank it at the bass level. Crank it. Crank it. Crank it.
Just kind of getting like.
Crank it. Crank it. Crank it.
Even then, it's like a double hit, so. Okay, so.
Bass level. Bass level.
Kind of in my head, you know, you're trying to like get a vibe in your head. Sometimes you work on a song and you just hear it in your head, like chicka chicka womp womp. I don't know why I hear
Bass level.
Yeah, let's fuck it.
Crank it. Crank it.
A little variation there.
Crank it. Crank it up. Crank it. Bass level. Crank it at the bass level. Crank it at the bass.
Okay.
Crank it at the bass level.
First, I hear like kind of like a vocal in the background, just saying the same shit in all honesty as this one, but kind of working better.
Crank it at the bass level.
Maybe we can make that.
Bass level.
We just gotta make sure we got that same vibe on it.
Bass level.
Let's just use that vocal there. I like when vocals are just so easy to process because the sample pack vocal, whoever made it, did such a good job on it.
Bass level. Bass level. Bass level. Bass level. Bass level.
There's this thing called Sennheiser Orbit. Maybe I can use it to push the vocals more to the back of the mix. So move to the back.
Bass level. Bass level. Bass level. Bass level.
Yeah, even the size, the clarity.
Bass level.
Let's put that in a.
Bass level. Bass level. Bass level. Bass level.
Just trying to find, like, pushing it to the.
Bass level. Bass level. Bass level. Bass level.
I'm just trying to get it to sound in a certain way.
Bass level.
How I hear it in my head. Definitely gonna cut.
Bass level. Bass level.
And then I think it's gonna be like a reverb or something on that. We did call it like swamped reverb. I'm not gonna use a return because I need to have the reverb on the channel in order to get the effect I want. So I think we can always go with like a Valhalla or something. And the idea is to kind of have it sound like it's in the back.
Crack it at the bass level.
Yeah, it's a little, but that's the only way to get that. Maybe a bit of delay would also work on. So we could probably go with an echo on it. Let's go 1/4. And I do want to do more of a ping pong. And we'll do. Let's try the delay. And then high cut it up. And then bring it back in.
Crack it up the bass level. Crack it up the.
Or even. Crack it up that.
Crack it up the bass level. Bass level.
God, I feel like if he had more verses, it would sound a little better. Because I feel like this is going to sound so corny when we put that there, but fuck it.
Crank it up. Crack it up the bass level. Bass level. Crack it up the bass level. Crank it up. Crack it up the bass level. Bass level. Crack it up the bass level. Crank it up. Bass level. Crank it up.
Man, those little bass sound so sick.
Crack it up the bass level. Crank it up. Crack it up the bass level. Bass level. Crack it up the bass level. Crank it up. Crack it up the bass level. Bass level. Crack it up the bass level. Crank it up.
Okay, cool. Again, I do wish we had a female vocalist because the top line would sound so good. Oh, baby, baby, fuck yeah. Something like that. That's what I hear in my head. Let's put this. See, my thing there is I don't know if I should get rid of everything so that it kind of builds into.
Crack it up the bass level. Crack it up the bass level.
Move that.
Crack it up the bass level.
If we were to get that to work, this would have to be more crippled.
Crack it up the bass level.
let's get these guys together. Okay, now the Reese, it's pretty wide. Let's see if we can just find it. I think it's gonna sound better because we do have that pad in the sides. And the pad will take the sides of the mix. It's all about landscaping it, so if I put it in wide, I definitely don't want that just because it's too much buildup here. Just putting a bit of air just to see if it sounds cleaner. Right now there's no reverb on it, so we are gonna have to add a bit. So hopefully we can use one.
Level.
And then what we could do is maybe use that to refine little parts here. And then maybe like yeah, crank it up. So.
Crank it up, crank the bass level, crank it up the bass level, crank it up, crank it up the bass level, bass level.
Sort of like a, you know, like a layer to it.
Crank it up the bass level, crank it up the bass level, crank it up the bass level, crank it up the.
Yeah, and then just crank it up. So
bass level, crank it up,
yeah, so now let's just add delay on it, maybe a little less delay.
Crank it up.
I still don't like how the plug comes in like. Gotta figure out what to do there. Maybe this needs to. The release on the pad is not the greatest, so let's ease it down. Alright, so that little part's still a bit choppy.
Bass level. Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level.
We can get rid of the low end. I don't want to have the low end keep going.
Crank it up the bass level.
Sounds pretty cool.
Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level.
Just gotta figure out what we can do there to kind of help bridge that a bit. Oh.
Crank it up the bass level.
Okay, cool. So adding variation there, you know, vocals really, they get tiring a lot. So we want to kind of use them still, but not kill them all out. You know, the easy thing would have been to just follow that, but I think this is way nice. Yeah, there we go.
Crank it up the. Crank it up the bass level.
An impact would not work there if we don't have low end, because since there's none, we can definitely go in with that. The thing is, do we have any impacts on these packs that we can use? If not, we could try maybe doing impact from another pack, like parental advisory of any. Or we could use the kick reverb to hell. That also works really well. Yeah, I'll use Black Octopus Leviathans 3. I like their stuff. And I did buy it, so I might as well, you know, get my money's worth. So let's see. Do they have it? Just a simple one? That works. We'll go with the first one. Let's not overthink.
Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level. Bass level. Crank it up the bass level.
That part's really catchy. I like it. But I'm still trying to. There's a preset in the pack that I kind of think would sound good there. It's sort of like a phlegmatic dog's little siren that they use. I think we can definitely try that. Not the telephone sound. It's like literally a simple kind of. Maybe something like that. There's another one in there that I'm probably going to use. It's a little bit a little less like that, but might be it's in there. I just need to remember the name. Did I delete it? I don't think I deleted it. I know it made. Okay. I have to mess with it. It's always with sine waves. There's always like the fundamental that's usually like in the mids or the bottom. That's always too much. So. And then maybe we can do. I don't know if this is. We'll try another one. Can also do like a Hoover. That's also. I just wanted to go up and down. Maybe we could just do that. I'm just overthinking it like so. do want to make it wide. So let's use a wider from Polyverse. Hella wide.
Crack it up the bass level.
Yeah, like the trip dot. Getting there. Maybe it's high up and then low. Instead of doing the wider, let's try doing an auto pan maybe. Like just that, maybe 50%. That way, that still gives us width, but it's a little bit more organic because we're panning instead of forcing this to sound more wide. And I don't think this has a wide response due to like the fact that we don't have two voices or reverb or panning left and right on these sounds. And I think the drop kind of needs more reverb as well. That's just a feeling. It's either that or there needs to be more of something. Span is looking pretty good. I'm a bit questionable about this one though, but it's looking pretty good. Let's see the break.
Level.
So far so good. My only thing was this thing not peaking all the way to the top, but there it goes. As long as it doesn't peak too much high, we should be fine. So span's looking pretty good so far, so that's good. So we got that idea out of the way. I'm gonna add a bit of a glue on this guy just to control the volume a little bit as it shifts up or down. I wonder how this will react here if we do this. All right, cool. All right, guys, so we're going to end it here. So we got a couple of things done today. We worked on the break a little more. We refined some stuff. We essentially worked on the breakdown. Less boring because the respace just keeping it going felt a little boring. I did want to add some ear candy, which is going to be the... So that has some really cool vibes. Sennheiser Orbit is also, Ambio is also a free download, by the way. So you can definitely pick that up if you like the way, the stuff it did. Valhalla Vintage and Echo Boy together gave us that nice little space to the vocal. So it sounds like it's in space, but more in the background of the mix. Anytime you want to push stuff to the back, always reverb, echo, and EQing some of the highs away from it. I do recommend you make a new channel though, just so you don't have to automate all this stuff on and have it less messy. We also added a glue compressor. We brought in this new little kind of bleepy noise sound. reworked the vocal chops, and other than that, we added some ear candy, like kind of emphasizing certain points in the vocal in the break, and we also added an impact, which definitely changed the vibe completely in that build up. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope it's helpful to some of you, and I hope that you guys are trying it out and learning how to do stuff as well. As always, guys, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys next time, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the feedback stream. Peace out.